phony homies? On today's episode, we're talking wide receivers. We give you our rankings, as well as wide receiver sleepers, breakouts, and busts. We also answer your fantasy football questions. Are you ready? Let's go! Hello and welcome to another episode of the Fake Football Guys Show. I'm your host, Giancarlo Campos, and alongside me is my co-host, the man with, we're wearing black today?
Yeah, man, I tried looking sleek.
I didn't get, you did look sleek earlier. I was going to say something. To be like, yeah, you've been working out, dude.
You know.
Well, my co-host, Dustin D.L. Lingaman. What's up, D.L.?
What's up, man? How you been?
I'm all right, man. It's Friday, dude. I'm hyped.
Me too. You know, putting together all these lists.
Yeah.
I hope I can take it easy. You know?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We can enjoy the weekend, you know. You got any drafts this weekend? Or when's your
No. All my drafts fall around that magical day, Labor Day weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm seeing Ramstein on Saturday.
Ooh.
I got a draft on Sunday, or a couple on Sunday and one on Monday.
Nice. Rams.
Which actually ours is on Monday.
Are they the ones that sing the Du Hast song?
Yeah.
That's him? Yeah, that's him. See? I know a thing or two.
Dude, and I've done research.
Sure.
Their like shows live are
great?
Are awesome.
Okay. I've seen Guar a few times live. They're pretty good. They're fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see them all the time at Riot Fest.
Yeah.
You going to go to Riot Fest this year?
No. I've been to a couple Riot Fests and you know.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about volunteering and like helping like
you want me the trash
alcohol.
guy?
You know, but I could sell alcohol. Like I could pour beer and stuff.
Yeah, but
and
then
I
don't get to see bands.
I just want to see MCR.
Oh, okay. Fair
That's
enough.
That's all. But anyway, the executive producer of the show, the one, the only, Andrew Valentine. What's up, Andrew?
Well, I've been working for 20 plus hours, so I'm a little sleep deprived.
That's the Andrew we know.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm here and I'm keeping everything operational. So if by any chance you see the camera just completely switch on a random, it's probably because I fell asleep on the keys.
All right, well, lucky for us, the sound engineer of the show and the man that can run the board as well in case you fall asleep, the one, the only, Double D. What's up, David?
I think Andrew and I are in the same boat today.
Oh,
Goodness,
no.
Please.
I had a long night with the dogs last night and then had to go pretty much straight to work this morning and been there ever since until I got to you guys. So
Hey, well,
it's been fun.
There you go. Your dogs are barking, I heard.
Oh.
Hey, you like that one? You like that one?
Not even a dad.
Yeah, I'm not even a dad yet. I'm trying to freshen up for the day that you know, maybe.
Yeah, hey, you got to try
I got to
them out
know
now.
some jokes here and there, you know?
You got to try them out now.
Yeah.
For sure.
But anyway, as a reminder, phony homies, you can follow us on Twitter. Where? DL.
At Tweet FFG.
And if you guys want to ask us questions, you know, during the show, after the show, during your draft, whatever the case is, we get notifications.
Sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, whenever you want to ask us questions, you know, we try to get one of our hashtags trending, and this is how we know that, you know, you need us. You put up the bat signal by using the hashtag.
Ask us FFG.
And maybe you don't have Twitter. I know a lot of the phony homies that watch, especially those in Russia, don't have Twitter. They rather reach out to us other ways.
Yeah.
If you don't have Twitter and maybe you want to use email, maybe that's more your speed. DL, where can they email us?
Ask us FFG at gmail.com.
And if you want to, you know, leave us your beautiful voices. We haven't had a voicemail in like a month. Dude.
I think you're scaring them off.
Maybe it's me.
Because you keep talking about like your women troubles.
Okay, well, all right. But anyway, if you do want to leave us a voicemail, you can give us a call. Where, DL?
Area code 708-655-4508.
Is it pretty crazy that I have my personal number
No.
available?
I mean,
Shouldn't I have given like
I
my work
guess.
number and then I could have like still done that?
Yeah, I mean, it almost makes me sad because you haven't got any crazies. That means that...
No, but once football season starts, it does ramp up.
Yeah, okay. That's true.
It does.
That's true.
It does. But anyway, as always, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and
smash
that notification button. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere you get podcasts, whether that's Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you want. We're there.
Yeah, and I must say, hello, all our Australia fans.
Oh,
we got 2% there, 2% in German. Thank you.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Anywhere else?
Oh, America. We got a whole bunch.
America.
And, you know, most of our stuff comes from Twitter. So there are people actually following us on Twitter. So thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank
you'll
you for
get
that.
one of our stickers once we order them.
Yeah. Are we gonna wait? Are we gonna do the one that they?
Yeah, dude.
Really?
The votes are in, and
Are the votes
everyone
in?
said yeah.
Really?
We had
Oh my god.
42% said to go with sticker, and about 43% said new logo. But I knew you would cry
that
about
new
it. So
logo is not my jam. It's
I
not.
think it looks good. It makes us look tough. We're
All right. Well,
sticker.
You want
We're
to
gonna go
work
sticker.
on? You want to work on the stickers? I'll get us T-shirts.
You're gonna get us T-shirts,
Dude,
Like, you know a guy?
I know a guy.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, but with that logo or a different logo?
Different logo.
Okay, cool.
Different logo.
Cool,
we got.
cool.
We want to make sure that you have options. Like maybe you kind of like the sticker. Oh no, the T-shirt's cooler.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'll
why not?
definitely ask all the boys what sizes they need, and we'll go from there.
And I was thinking either socks or like
all right,
sweatbands.
all right.
You know?
Oh, you want to do like a McMahon like
Yeah.
headband? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, FFG or something like that.
Yeah. And shades. They have?
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
shades.
that's what I'm
We're
saying,
going
you know?
somewhere. We'll get some merch. We gotta put a website together, DL.
Yeah, we got to get some money first.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Hey, there it is. The
Hey,
fake
all right,
football guys.
okay.
There's our logo. See, our crack production staff is the best in the business. The
Yeah.
best. The best.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I like that logo though. But anyway, DL, we got a jam-packed show today.
Yeah, we
We
sure
go
do.
over our wide receiver rankings. This one took a lot of time to put together.
Yeah, man, that's why I'm tired.
Yeah, man, I'm exhausted too. But again, it's Friday, man. Gotta have the good spirits ready to go.
Hey, we got a lot of people watching. What's up, home?
Hey, DL, do we have any NFL news before we get into our ranks?
No,
Damn. Well then,
not any, not
thanks for
nothing.
that.
I mean, I saw some things from Sleeper. If you, once again, make sure you download the Sleeper app.
We're not
but-
sponsored by them at all, but we love the app.
Yeah, we do. They came out with some ADPs, man. So Deontay Johnson actually fell.
Oh, okay.
But Kenny Pickett's went up.
Oh,
so I don't know how that
Interesting.
works, but
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did see news that Tomlin said that Trubisky's starting their last preseason game, and
Yeah.
they expect him to go into the half. So, I mean, it's going to be Mitch's job until he loses it later on in the season. But
pretty much.
Yeah.
But that's all. I mean, right now it's kind of crazy because I honestly feel like every ADP is kind of like off the charts. And we'll see what happens. But I was even looking over. We were looking over the rankings, right,
Yep.
from our ESPN Fantasy Pros and all that.
Yahoo, everything. Yep.
And they're crazy, man. There's a lot of names that
Yeah, man.
dropped, and a lot of names I was like, come on, really?
Can we talk real
So-
quick? Because we already did our running back show. Can we talk
Yeah.
about Damian Pierce real quick? Did
Oh, man.
anyone watch Damian Pierce last night? He looked so good in that first
Yeah.
drive. So good. The guy was going undrafted 3 weeks ago, and now he's going in the fourth
Yeah.
round of
Yeah,
drafts.
yeah, yeah.
The fourth round.
He's legit. He is legit.
Oh, man.
I hope.
I'm hurt, man. I'm hurt. I didn't draft him in one of my
Yeah,
leagues.
I mean,
I'm hurt
and I
already.
think Texas probably has an easy schedule.
Yeah,
if
I
I'm
mean,
not
the
mistaken.
Texans suck, but it is what it is. He's going to be good. I don't know. I'm excited what I saw. So
Yeah.
we'll see. But anyway, let's get to our ranks. Dale, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, cool. Before we get to our ranks, I got a nice little trivia for you.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready. I'm
You're ready
always
for this. Don't look at the script, all right?
Oh, come on.
In 2021,
Okay.
2 top 5 wide receivers were drafted outside the top 70. Okay?
Okay.
Can you name them?
Williams. Mike Williams.
Okay.
You said 2, right?
Yep. Name 2 guys that were drafted last year outside the top 70 and ended up being 2 of the top 5.
Whoa. Okay,
Yeah.
let me back that up.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go with Mike Williams since I
Okay.
said I won't
Sure.
retrack on that.
Sure, one of them was my boy. If that helps you.
Deontay Johnson.
Nope, not my boy at all. The 2 receivers that were drafted outside the top 70 and finished in the top 5 are Deebo Samuel and Jamar Chase.
Oh, Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
So-
The
man.
last wide receiver drafted outside the top 70 to finish in the top 5 was in 2013. It was
Oh.
Josh Gordon.
Oh.
So nice little key stat. You can find talent anywhere in the draft.
You
And
can.
we'll tell you about some of that talent
You really
when we
can.
go over our sleepers, breakouts, and busts later on.
Okay.
But
I like
Dio,
it.
let's get to it. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So we'll go over our ranks. A lot of work went into these ranks.
It did.
We'll go from 50. Oh, yeah, from 50 down to 1.
Okay.
Cool?
Okay.
Cool. Unless Andrew did 60. I'm not sure. I know we gave him a long list.
He did do 60.
He did all 60. Let's go from 60 then.
Yeah, it's going to be a long
A
show.
long show, but we'll fly through it.
Shit.
All right. At 60, Dio?
We have my boy, Robbie Anderson.
Yeah, dude. Sideshow Bob himself.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think this is his last go around. Like, if it doesn't happen for him this year, I think he's just going to be, kind of like Will Fuller, just floating around, and he'll be on teams where, like, as a last resort.
He'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
So,
going to be like that, the waiver wire, like, bye-week pickup.
yeah, of
That's
course.
what he's going to be like when you're just like, shit, well, I guess, all right. And he talked mad trash about Baker Mayfield.
He did, who he now
So,
plays with, which is a fun conundrum.
Yeah.
But there's not much to say here. Robbie Anderson's Robbie Anderson. He's just a deep ball guy. Solid in like I don't know, maybe a standard league. He doesn't get a lot of targets. He doesn't catch a lot of balls. It's just deep ball. He gets like 4 or 5 looks a game, deep shots, and that's it. Sometimes he doesn't catch them. So
Yeah, I don't know why you would draft him. Like if you're really desperate, maybe after the
maybe
draft.
A super deep league, like a 16 man
or 14. I'm in a 14 league.
Man, there you go.
So
look at you.
It might be worth
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, that's a tough league.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's the one with my uncles.
Hey, uncles, what's up?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to 59 DL.
Okay.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Not a lot to say here other than, I mean, the Chiefs are a loaded offense, and if one of the guys goes down with an injury, I expect, MVS to, ascend. But he's kind of in a crowded receiver room. He's got some other guys that we'll talk about in a bit.
Yeah,
but,
I'm gonna agree with Jose Hernandez, who also said there's too many mouths to feed in Kansas City. Yeah.
Oh, well, hey, thanks, Josie, for letting us know that. He's a buddy of mine. Real big
Well, I
sports fan.
figured since you called him Josie.
Yeah, real big sports fan.
Sorry, man. I won't call you Jose until we meet.
Yeah.
Then if it's cool and I get the thumbs up, I'll go with that.
Yeah, he's the biggest Tom Brady fan you ever met in your life.
Oh, really?
I swear.
Okay.
He's got
Fair enough.
TB12 tattooed on him.
Whoa.
Yep. All right, let's keep
Okay.
going. We'll go to 58.
All right.
We go to Old Faithful, Old Reliable Marvin Jones Jr. Not a lot to say here about Marvin Jones Jr. either. He's solid. Oh, yeah, now we're getting some smack talk to us in the chat.
Jose Hernandez.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay,
So
sorry.
we go to 57. This is a name that we're excited about, DL. Chris Olave.
I'm very excited about this. I almost feel like we went a little too far down.
A little too low? Okay.
A little too low, but
Okay.
it's really tough
Fair.
because there's a lot.
There's a lot of talent.
There's
Maybe
a
we should have
lot
put him
on here.
somewhere in like the 40s, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit higher. A little
Yeah.
bit higher. I'm going to kick it over to Andrew because he was kind of pounding the table too about this.
Andrew?
I mean, look, David and I kind of are on anti-sides. He doesn't think Chris Olave is going to be pretty good. That's, for me, I think because of the fact that Michael Thomas will, I think, eventually go down with an injury, because it just seems to be his MO at this point. I think he'll be, and he's more of a possession receiver as it is right now. I think you can see Chris Olave like start to feed, especially for PPR. Like, that's going to be huge.
Mm-hmm.
I think he can actually be like a 90, 100 reception player.
Ooh.
And hit 1,000 yards. I think he's that kind of a guy.
Yeah, I agree with you. Even Matt Berry, which I started
Berry, yep.
I came out, started watching. I mean, I was kind of following him a little bit, but he mentioned that too, that the fact that Michael Thomas is already kind of having
He's hurt.
some,
He's got a hamstring injury.
already, and he hasn't even been like a game yet.
Yeah.
So that would be someone that I'm definitely going to be targeting, probably towards the later rounds, right? But I feel like he's kind of like a lot of these rookie receivers are name brands, so I kind of have a feeling that they're going to go a little bit earlier, like more like 5th, 6th round. I'm looking more to target towards like 7. That's just me.
Who are we talking about? Olave?
Yeah.
Oh, Olave's going to be way later than that. He's going to go in the
Really?
teens. Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
He's going to go way later. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
never mind then.
Yeah. So I think so to Andrew's point, if Michael Thomas isn't ready for week 1, or if he's out for an extended amount of time, yes, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. I think we kind of ranked him here just because of Jameis. That was like our main.
Yeah,
main
Jamin. I mean, but he can still manage a game.
Yeah.
He's not like god.
No, he's solid. No, he's
but
solid.
He does, hero balls and gets picked a
Yeah.
lot. So
Yeah. All right, let's go to our next guy. At
Okay.
56, we got Russell Gage. Not a lot to say here other than he plays with a great quarterback, and I expect him to get some looks.
yeah, and he
But
shares the same name as your boy,
Yeah, he's got it. Well, yeah, there you go.
the Russells.
The Russells. No, but he's in another crowded receiver room with Mike Evans there and Godwin and whatnot, and whatever.
Yeah, and then,
Solid.
Wait, there's somebody else. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, and then
We'll
they
keep it
like
moving.
throwing the tight ends too.
Yeah.
So, all right, we go to our next guy. We go to number 55, Jalen Tolbert. This is a guy I'm excited for this year in Dallas, just because of everyone's hurt there. It's just CD and Jalen Tolbert. Like James Washington is hurt.
Yeah.
Michael Gallup. Interesting news about Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup was not put on the 4-week IR, so basically the PUP list where he's out for 4 weeks.
Oh.
They kept him off it. I think they believe he can play within the first 4 weeks.
There was
come
somebody
back.
else too, like everyone Chris Godwin,
Yeah.
right? Like before this season ended, if you were watching, we're just like, oh yeah, these guys are pretty much gonna be out for the whole year and blah blah
Or
blah.
a big portion of it, yeah.
Or a big portion, yeah. And like they're coming back and they're like, yeah, week 1, we're pretty positive about it. Now I don't know if that's just a way to kind of like throw people off of what they're gonna be doing or
No, but you gotta.
but that's crazy.
You're
though.
using a roster spot, like basically of
Yeah.
the 53 man, and you don't want to like just use it up, basically. So the fact that they're keeping them on the roster says that they are fairly confident they're going to play. So Just saying. Just throwing it out there. I like Jalen Tolbert a lot, though. Super talented. We go to the next guy at 54, Sky Moore. This is a receiver that I'm really excited about. I think
a lot of people are excited about him.
Yeah, I honestly think that Sky Moore could easily be the guy in Kansas City. I think he's that talented.
I'll go with you. The only thing that I'm once again cautious about is, once again, he's a rookie.
Yep.
But I feel like rookie wide receivers, they got a little bit of longer leash than like a QB. But once again, I think there's just so many people that Mahomes is going to be passing it. I think he's going to make that a part of his game to pepper the ball throughout the whole field. So yeah, I would take him. What are you thinking? Like wide receiver 1, 2, or flex?
Oh, I think you're gonna have. He's a bench guy, but you just hope it's a dart throw. You hope that he pops on
hot.
tape, and then
you look like a genius,
kind of like a Jamar Chase kind of thing, But this year,
man, you know what's I had a feeling about him. I was like, that's the guy. And I kept opening my mouth, and everyone around me would be like, oh, okay. And they grab him right before I did. I was like, even my mother-in-law
grabbed Jamar Chase in the league before you.
I'm not gonna say credit for it because she got deep dives. She has like stacks and highlighters.
Look at that.
I'm pretty impressed.
So the thing about Jamar Chase, real quick, is last year, I don't know if you remember, but everyone was fading him because he was complaining about the ball and saying that he was having trouble gripping the ball and he didn't like it that much. And people were like, what do you mean he doesn't want the ball? And then he had a drop in preseason last year, so that's why he was sliding last year. But
yeah, for sure. What's up, Andrew?
Well, I don't know if you guys remember, but we went over this at the end of the season that Jamar Chase actually did lead in drops against wide receivers, and yet still was one of the top guys in yards and receptions. So either way, even with those drops, I mean, you can imagine if he doesn't drop any of those passes, he's probably right now maybe considered like the top wide receiver after his rookie year, which sounds insane. But I mean, he could be that guy. So, and I think Sky Moore, honestly, midway through the year, I think he's going to move into that number 2 slot.
Yeah,
I think he'll supersede either Juju or he'll supersede Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Yeah,
and he'll move into that number 2 if he's not already there.
I think on talent alone, he's more talented than those guys.
Oh, for sure.
On talent alone. So
Juju, I don't know why. I don't know why. That's all I can
solid.
say.
He's just okay.
Is he solid?
We'll talk about him in a bit.
Okay.
Talk about him in a bit. All right, we go to 53 where we got Tyler Boyd. Not a lot to say here. He's a third receiver in that depth chart. He's behind T. Higgins and Jamar, who we talked about just now. So
bench guy.
Yeah, he's solid. Yeah,
just in
solid.
case.
Flex play here and there. That's
just in case.
Most of these guys that we're naming right now are flex plays here and there. Who could pop maybe if injury happens or they're rookies and we don't know yet. So
we'll definitely let you know who we think a hot lottery ticket is, and one of them is Sky Moore. So
next guy's gonna have a lot more opportunities than the guys we've just named. Outside of Chris Olave probably. But Treylon Burks at 52, another name I'm really interested about. Playing for Tennessee, he's taking all the targets that Julio Jones left, which isn't a lot because he didn't really play. But he's gonna be a big target there. What is he, like 6'3"? He's pretty good, pretty fast. I'm a fan. I like the potential that he has.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say I hope the Titans get away from like just run the ball. I get why, because it's Derrick fucking Henry.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you want to keep Derrick Henry healthy, so he can't be like the only offense they have. So I agree. Yes, Andrew.
I would say for Treylon Burks, I may not even put him in the top 60 because let's not forget they still have Robert Woods.
They do.
Oh,
and
yeah.
as long as he's healthy, he'll probably be one of the top targets for Ryan Tannehill because he's desperate.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Tannehill doesn't get me excited.
Me either.
Kind of a jag.
Me either.
Okay.
At 51, we go to our buddy Mikey Hall's favorite receiver. This is his boy. I swear, he just traded for him in a dynasty league. He was talking to me about it yesterday. He traded away.
Why?
Listen to me. He traded away Alvin Kamara for number 51, Rondale Moore, and a third-round pick, or a second-round pick, which is trash. I was on him about it. I was like, dude, Rondale Moore's solid.
Did he give a reason? Wait, time out. Let's back this up.
Yeah.
Did he give a reason why?
Well, he said he was in rebuild mode, and I was like, you could have got better than Rondale Moore.
Hell yeah, you could.
Alvin
And you
Kamara,
just gave away Alvin Kamara?
I think it was kind of like one of those, he was afraid that Alvin Kamara wasn't going to play, that he was going to be suspended for the year. So, but anyway, Rondale Moore, another talented receiver. I think he's solid. He plays on a high-powered offense. But he's
Hopkins isn't going to be there.
Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah, he's not the guy though. I don't. Yeah.
Christian Kirk.
As long as Hopkins is there, he's going to be in his shadow.
Oh, for sure.
Not a lot to say there. I like Rondale Moore, but Another dart throw.
Yeah.
Nothing
Jag.
special, nothing crazy. This next guy is a guy that I've been fading for the last 3 years. A guy that's burnt me a few times. Super talented, but he can't stay on the field. Can't stay healthy. At 50, we got Kenny Galladay.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think he's kind of for me.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Sure.
I think he's getting kind of close to the less relevant for fantasy.
Sure.
That's just my personal opinion. I'm not downing his talents, and maybe he has a great year, but he really hasn't been anything for a while.
Yeah.
Like, he's been kind of bouncing around teams, and well, I guess he's been on the Giants since he left
Detroit.
Philly? Yeah, Detroit.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, I mean, once again, it's like I feel like people who pick him are wasting a pick.
Yeah, no interest there to pick him. No interest. Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
We can go into our 49th ranked receiver here.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on Davis Mills?
I think he's a game manager. I think he has the talent. I don't think he's super talented. I think he's got a good arm. I think he's somewhat accurate, but for me, I just need to see a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I saw 1 year and he was on a really bad team and a really bad coaching. So I felt like he got slighted quite a bit, but I think people are underestimating what he can do.
I actually am a fan of Davis Mills. I think he's a solid quarterback. I think he's going to start for a long time in this league. I think he's not going to ever be, a premier quarterback or a top 10 quarterback, but I actually really like him. I think he's really solid. He's got a strong arm and pretty damn accurate too.
Yeah.
I like Davis Mills, and I'm actually a big fan of Nico Collins, who is our 49th ranked receiver. This is a guy who I think could easily be a sleeper in a lot of leagues. I think he could definitely finish with 900 yards, in 5 scores, which, not going to help you win a league, but could definitely help you.
He could be a flex guy. He could be a wide receiver too. Like, I like that take. I think there's a lot. I think people are underestimating what Houston kind of did because they've been kind of like the, for a while there, the Cleveland Browns or the Oakland Raiders. And I said Oakland on purpose because they sucked when they were in Oakland. So I feel like right now, like, Houston is just kind of like looking. People underestimate what they're going to be doing, and I think the fact that they have Lovey, I think a lot of things are going to be changing around. So we'll see. I'm kind of like in the middle on.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to be bad, but I don't think they're going to be great.
Yeah. I'm curious. Andrew, do you have any thoughts on Davis Mills? Are you a fan?
I think he's like a lesser version of Ryan Tannehill right now.
Okay.
I think he's kind of in that realm of like. Unfortunately, what sucks right now is that there's so many great quarterbacks that come out of college now that you're not going to wait for a guy to develop unless he hit. Like, if he doesn't pop this year and Houston's terrible, they're going to go get a new quarterback. That's just that may just happen. From what I heard, the rumor was they may actually go for Will Anderson Jr., the top defensive end this year, and then wait for this kid from Texas, Quinn Ewers, to come out the next year after that. So in 2024, they get their new quarterback because I think they'll wait for Davis Mills. My problem is Pep Hamilton. Like, I think Pep's a good coach, but I don't think he's the saving solution for Houston. And I think Lovey's putting a lot of eggs in that Pep Hamilton passing attack basket. And I don't trust it with Davis Mills, and all they have really is Brandon Cooks. And Nico Collins is fine, but he's kind of slow. He's not an outside receiver guy. He's like a tight end that should play in the inside. So if he plays the slot, great, but I like you said, I wouldn't draft him very high. I'd probably wait for the waiver wire or try and see if you can get him on the undrafted market, honestly.
So don't waste your pick, basically.
Yeah,
All
Davis Mills reminds me of Andy Dalton, so that's my comparison.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, who was solid, serviceable quarterback for a long
Like,
time.
decent.
Yeah, I like him.
Get it done. Got to the playoffs.
Yeah, I think he's got a little bit of stronger arm, but
Okay.
that's the only difference. But I think Nico Collins is solid. I don't think he's that slow. I think he ran a pretty good 40. But,
We'll see.
keep the name there, Nico Collins. All right, we go to 48. Your boy, DJ Chark.
I like them. I
Yeah?
really do. I like him a lot. I think he's being underestimated. Like, when he was in Jacksonville, he was like the guy, right? Last year he did get injured, so I think people kind of forgot of what he can do. I've drank the Kool-Aid watching Hard Knocks in Detroit, so I'm kind of like, wow, I think Detroit's going to be a little bit different, but I really like him. I think this is a sneaky play. I think I would target him, and once again, it might be a bench guy and just kind of seeing what he's going to do or how they're going to be utilizing him, because Amon-Ra St. Brown, might be the go-to guy.
Yeah.
So,
But this is an offense that
Interesting.
might be able to feed 2,000-yard receivers.
oh yeah,
which
easily.
Chark could be the beneficiary of
Yeah.
that second 1,000.
I really like him, and I
Yeah.
think we put him down low enough, but I feel like a lot of people, like I said, just kind of forgot about him.
Yeah, we kind of based it off ADP too. That helps a lot too.
yeah.
But yeah, I think we're entirely too low on number 47, Brandon Ayuk. I think he could definitely finish as a top 25 receiver without a doubt. Really, what it comes down to is Trey Lance and how they're going to use him.
yeah.
And if he's good this year and he throws for close to 4,500 yards, then Ayuk's going to be one of the main beneficiaries of it. So.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like news coming out of like camp too that Ayuk is having like a hell of a camp.
Yeah.
Like he's really like turning some heads.
Yeah.
A lot of praise too. So
There was a report today. I know we talked about Trey Sermon momentarily last week, or earlier this week when we talked about running backs. Report today saying that Trey Sermon looked like the best running back in camp, all camp.
wow.
That's a report I
what?
just saw.
We were
Yep.
just like dogging
I'm
them.
just telling you the report that came out today. I saw it this morning, and I was like, well, got to run to the waiver wire real quick.
Yep.
I cut Mike Davis in one league and added Trey Sermon. So, we'll see what happens. We'll
That's
see what
awesome.
happens.
That's why I love fantasy.
Oh, yeah, because you never know. It could be just some bum saying it. Who knows?
Yeah.
But that's the report. So I was like, I'm going to run there. And,
You got to be careful of those
check them
fake
out.
burner accounts.
Yeah.
Andrew's got a little thought on this one too.
I actually think that Brandon Ayuk is going to have a breakout year this year.
Oh,
I think he's going to be a 1,000-yard receiver. I could see like 9,
Wow.
10 touchdowns.
whoa.
I got a feeling that Trey Lance is going to be allowed to really kind of sling this ball around. I think Kyle Shanahan's going to let him kind of go a little bit.
So you don't feel like Debo is gonna factor into?
No, I think
targets?
Debo's definitely going to get his catches, and obviously George Kittle will too. But I think because those guys are easily going to get the double teams a lot of times,
True.
Brandon Ayuk's going to get a lot of one-on-one matchups, and he can beat the safety in the corners. Especially the only guy he's not because who's the other corner right now for the Rams? Can anybody name him?
No.
Nope.
Exactly. So, I mean, Jalen Ramsey's going to be on Debo. The top corner is going to be on Debo. The top linebackers and safeties are going to focus on George Kittle. I think Brandon Ayuk's going to have a breakout year.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Depending, as long as they don't
absolutely
go to like a zone, I think.
No, I mean, and honestly, I think we're entirely too low. We probably shouldn't move him up 10 spots. It'll be egg on our face when he blows.
I'd rather be
these projects out of the water.
cautious.
Yeah.
I'd rather be cautious than like go like super high. Like, yeah, he's top 15, and then Anyways, go ahead.
Anyway, let's keep going.
Moving on.
So we'll go to the next ranking that we have. At 46, you have Garrett Wilson. This is a guy that we were excited about out of the draft. I just don't think it depends who his quarterback is, and even still, I'm not too high on their
Flacco.
quarterbacks. Yeah.
I like
I mean,
Flacco.
Flacco throws a good ball.
I hope he comes back.
If he looks like the Flacco of old, which we haven't seen in a long time, I think Garrett Wilson could be a big beneficiary of that too. I think 46 is a good ranking for him. It's just a guy that
It's
I'm
fair.
not. Yeah, I'm not
It's a
going out
fair
drafting
ranking.
him. So
Yeah.
not a lot to say there. Just depends who's throwing the ball to and who's throwing the ball to him, and we'll go from there. He's not the guy on that team though. We'll talk about the guy on that team
for
in
sure.
a moment. We go to 45. Probably
This is
another
a
guy.
shocker.
Yeah, that we're
This is
pretty
a shocker.
pretty low on, but we're only low on him because he's going to be out for the first few weeks. So that's mainly the reason.
What is it? 6 games?
Yeah, I believe
he was
6
suspended.
Games. Yeah.
That's almost half the year.
Can we confirm it was 6 games?
That is correct. 6 games.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's going to miss, a large chunk of the fantasy season. So over a quarter.
I think
of
I'm
it.
gonna still draft him though.
Yeah. Well, it depends where. It depends. Like I'm not drafting him in the 3rd round, 4th round.
No.
Nowhere
I'm not
there.
that crazy.
Yeah,
but if
but
he's still
DeAndre
kinda
Hopkins is
hanging
who we're
at
talking about. Yeah.
4th or 5th round, I think that might be a okay stash.
Yeah, I don't know if you could, but if you could pull up on Fantasy Pros, just a quick Google search, Fantasy Pros ADP, and then just filter by wide receiver, it'll give us an idea of where he's going in the majority of leagues. While you look that up, we go to 44. At 44, we got a guy who was first receiver taken in the draft, Drake London of the Atlanta Falcons. What are your thoughts on Drake London? Not a lot?
Not a lot. I think I'm gonna kick it over to Dave.
Yeah, Dave?
Before I make a fool of myself.
Yeah. What did you got about the Falcons? What do you got?
Potential's there. He's flashed, but my whole worry is he was all out all last year with injury, and now what was it? Not even 3 to 4 minutes into the first game, he injured that knee again. Not severely, but just re-injured it. So I'm wondering if he's going to be one of these top tier guys that is continually got aches and pains and tweaks and what have you.
True.
Yeah, we'll see.
And who's their court?
Marcus Mariota.
Okay. Yeah. There's
not a
another
lot to
one.
write home about there, but Drake London, the talent's there. So I will agree there. Just another player that I'm now looking to draft, maybe next year or when they get another quarterback. But Potential. At 43, we got Devontae Smith. Anybody, any thoughts on Devontae Smith?
Devontae Smith. No.
No? I mean, I think he's solid. I think we might be a little low on him, too.
Yeah, we are.
I think
I'm kidding.
Reports out of training camp are that Jalen Hurts is looking really, really good. And he'll be one of the beneficiaries of it. But I think A.J. Brown will be the main go-to guy there. So
I think
we'll go there.
Philly's crazy, too, because there's a lot of wide receivers. Because you also have A.J. Brown, right? So, like...
I mean, in the modern day NFL, you can definitely support 2,000-yard receivers. And some teams might even have a third. A team like the Cincinnati Bengals could have, Boyd eclipse 1,000 potentially or close to it. So
I would just want to see Jalen Mills throw more because I know he does a lot.
Hurts?
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep doing it because we have a student. Anyways.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he always falls back on his legs a lot when he gets kind of like rushed a little bit.
Yeah. It's an improved offensive line though. So
true. Okay. So yeah, you're the Philly dude. So I think you'd have better insight.
Yeah, we might be a little low. He probably should have been somewhere in the 30s, but based on his ADP, it's kind of where he's going.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking up DeAndre Hopkins, right? So, Fan RX has him at 47.
Okay.
RTS Sports has him at 35.
Mm-hmm.
Sleeper has him at 35. So, average about 41.
Okay.
So, we're
right there.
a little lower than but hey.
Totally fine.
Okay.
All right, at 42, we go to Andrew's boy, Robert Woods.
Ooh.
So, as a reminder, he's coming off an injury, but reports have been that he's looked good. So,
why do we have him listed as a Ram?
Huh?
Is he in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Robert Woods?
Yep. Who has him as a Ram? On our link?
Yeah, on our list.
Oh, interesting.
Whoopsie.
Interesting. I wonder who did that.
Discount double check.
It's totally fine. I mean, finally we got Andrew on a screw up. Finally, it's been us all the time. But
I mean, hey, every time I screw up a name, I hear it from all of you. I got to get my digs in when I can. Okay,
totally
moving
cool.
on.
At 41, I think the 41st ranked receiver, Kadarius Toney. I wanted you to say the name, but I'll help you out here. Kadarius Toney is super talented. I just don't.
I like him a lot.
Yeah, I like him.
Rookie year.
Yeah, I like him a lot too. I think he can separate, on the deep balls, anything intermediate. He's going to be great. I'm a big fan of Kadarius Toney. I just don't know how I feel about Danny Dimes.
Exactly.
And that's why we have him ranked at 41st.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, he did have some, all the wide receivers last year had issues with staying healthy. So, hopefully they change that and we can definitely, hopefully he has a better sophomore year.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
Yeah, I think he has one of the highest ceilings of the guys ranked in the 40s that we have on our screen right now. So I'm a big fan of him. Maybe DJ Chark. Those are pretty high ceilings for those guys. All right, we go to 40.
40.
Plain Jane, kind of boring, but he gets it done. Jacoby Myers. Yeah, he plays for the Patriots.
Yeah.
He's got Mac Jones thrown to him. He's just solid in a PPR league.
There's been a lot of
okay.
good, once again, I'm not the biggest Patriots fan.
Yeah,
I'm really not.
Sorry, yeah.
I mean, especially with fantasy, just because maybe I just got burnt too many times.
Yeah.
Honestly, because they'll have a really great game. You're like, this is the guy, and then all of a sudden, the whole year you're debating whether or not to start him.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, in camp, things are sounding good for him too. So, but once again, Mac Jones, we've talked about this a couple weeks ago, was having some issues with the offense, and don't know if it's really because of his talent or just because he doesn't know who's calling the plays. So we'll see.
Yeah, they can't get a rhythm calling the plays.
Mm-mm.
All right, we go to 39 DL, Devontae Parker. Just a name.
Just a Jag.
Yeah, just a guy.
Parker.
He's
yes, Andrew.
Yeah, go ahead, Andrew.
Do y'all know something that I don't know? Because I thought Cedric Wilson was the number 3 wide receiver, and is he not?
Where?
In Miami?
In Miami? No, no, the number 3. I think.
Oh no, sorry, I'm blanking.
Yeah.
I totally forgot. He got traded to New England, right?
Yeah, he did.
All right, that's on me. Sorry.
2 mess ups today by Andrew. Love
Actually,
it.
I'm all over the place, man. This is what happens when you work 20 hours.
And you don't sleep. I agree. What'd you say, DL?
I found another one, man. We have petition breakdowns of RBS. Should be wide receiver.
That's fine. Whatever, dude. Who cares? Anyway, we keep going. We go to 39. Devontae Parker's just a guy. Another guy who's in a crowded receiver room. He's got Jalen Waddle ahead of him, and he's also got Tyreek in front of him. So, for those reasons, I'm out. We go to 38.
I'm just watching Andrew.
Shit. One of the great white hopes still in the NFL. Hunter Renfrow.
We're
a little high on him, by the way. I've seen him. I've seen him in the 40s to the 50s in a lot of leagues. But this is PPR ranking, so he'll catch a ton of balls.
I think he's a solid wide receiver too.
Yeah, and he gets a lot of the dirty work done. He reminds me a lot of like Wes Welker back in the day, you know, guys like that. Julian Edelman, guys like that. Yeah. He's going to get a lot of the underneath stuff. So based on the fact that he's going to catch a ton of balls, he might not go for 1,000 yards, might go for 700, but he's going to catch a ton of balls.
He's going to have a lot of balls in his face.
Yeah, a lot of balls in his hands.
And
wow.
Sorry.
You're such a child.
I had to. But, I mean, I want to go back, too, because if you think about it, Devontae Adams is going to, you know, have a lot of people guarding him, right? Like, and I feel like he's going to be a sneaky, like you said, a sneaky guy underneath. So I think we did well there. Yeah. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
All right, let's go to 37, a guy that I think has been lost in the shuffle. We remember him as a guy who got a ton of money in the offseason, one that the Bears were interested in. 37 is Christian Kirk.
You know what? I'm sorry. I just have this feeling that I think he's...
Did you watch him in preseason? He was getting targeted like crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Christian Kirk. I don't understand why they paid him so much.
Not sexy, right? Not sexy, but
maybe it's PPR. Maybe because it's my whole thing of he was in Arizona, so they didn't feature him a lot, and he was like, really talented, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know about him, but Andrew is super excited about him.
No, we talked about this yesterday. Me and Dustin were talking about this. I said I don't know if he'll finally hit 1,000 yards or not. I think he could, but I think you'll see 80, 90 catches, double-digit touchdowns, absolutely, because he works well in the red zone.
Yeah, he does.
For those who don't know, old school, he reminds me of a former Falcons wide receiver named Andre Rison, who really worked well in 20 yards. He always gets in the end zone.
Cowboys. Nice. Well, I like it. I like that comparison.
We'll see. I mean, we had a comment in here, which I totally agree with, from Big Poppy.
Big Poppy, what do you say?
He said, Kirk is overrated and overpaid. And I said, agree. I really do.
Well, there you go. Definitely overpaid. I don't know if overrated, though. We'll find out. All right, at 36, we got a guy who I'm fading in all my leagues. A guy that I used to love when he had Russell Wilson. But now that he doesn't, and now that he's got Drew Lock throwing to him, or maybe Geno Smith,
I think we should have the Boys
knows?
II Men song.
Yeah.
Come in right now.
Tyler
Every
Lockett.
time he talks about Russell Wilson.
Oh, I love Russell Wilson. That's my guy.
So hot.
Yeah. But I'm okay with it. I'm not a Seahawks fan. I'm a Russell Wilson fan, so it's cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, at 36, we got Tyler Lockett.
I totally agree. I mean, even when your boy Russ was on Seattle, like, it was a DK Metcalf show, right?
Yep.
Like, Lockett was targeted when Metcalf was just being double teamed, or like he just couldn't get open. So one thing I will say is that, like, he's a boomer bust kind of guy, because if he goes deep enough and catches it, you're going to get a lot of points.
But nobody there can throw Drew Lock can throw a deep ball, but he's not accurate. So
And that line sucks. I would fade him too.
Yeah, like you said, he's going to be a boomer bust guy. I just don't think I'll ever feel confident starting him, you know.
Not anymore. Like back maybe 2016. Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, he's still a solid guy, like in a best ball league, you know, but not in our league. So.
No.
Good. Pass on Tyler Lockett. At 35, there's a guy that maybe is finding the fountain of youth. Reports have been really good. At 35, we have Adam Thielen.
I kind of feel like he may be a couple spots too low.
Maybe.
I think. But yeah, I mean, all I've heard is he looks like Adam Thielen of the past. He's doing so well, which is great, because that's going to also help Justin Jefferson as well too. So I feel like this is a guy who would definitely be a borderline wide receiver too on your team.
Yeah.
Definitely a flex. I would feel comfortable.
Me too.
Throwing him in the flex every week.
I'd be happy with him in the flex. If that's what I had. Yeah, I'd be happy with the Thielen guy, especially if he does have a resurgence.
Yeah.
That would make me really happy. All right, at 34 is a guy that I'm fading in a lot of leagues too. It sucks. It hurts to be fading him, but I don't like that Brissett's his quarterback. At 34, we have Amari Cooper.
Yeah. I'm not ready to fade him, because I just feel like he's like the guy in Cleveland at this point.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be targeted the most. He's going to be the wide receiver one. They're going to really try hard to like work him in. But I do agree, Brissett isn't like the best quarterback, but he's serviceable.
Yeah.
I think people are a little bit too far down on Jacoby Brissett. I'm shocked that the Colts got rid of him, because he did okay.
Sure.
But I agree, he's not going to have the numbers he had last year. No way.
Yeah.
So.
All right. We'll see. At 33, here's where we start getting into some exciting names. Yeah, where I'm interested in these receivers from here on down. So at 33, we have Elijah Moore. I just think that he's a star. I really do.
Yep, agreed.
Super talented. I don't care who's throwing him the ball. I just love him. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Elijah Moore. Admittedly, we might be a little low on him too, but there's so much talent coming up. Elijah Moore is a guy that I definitely want my hands on in a lot of leagues.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. Because once again, you guys got to keep in mind too, like for some of you that are newer to the whole fantasy things, like you really want to target those ones that aren't the name brands, right? Like, Cooper Kupp and things like that. Yes, by all means, go for them, but try to kind of star these guys that aren't getting all like the PR work and things of that nature. I feel like Elijah Moore is that guy. He's kind of like a sneaky guy, and a lot of people are always down on the Jets. Did you have your hand up, Andrew?
Yeah, I was going to say I like Elijah Moore a lot. I think he might get a bigger push because right now it's him and Wilson as the starting guys, and Corey Davis right now is considered the number 3 receiver. And I think they were saying Denzel Mims was supposed to take Elijah Moore's spot, but now Elijah Moore apparently just superseded him all the way, so now Mims is asking for a trade. So
he's asking for a trade. There's
going to be a lot more targets going down to, I think, Moore and Wilson. A lot more.
Yeah, report was today that Denzel Mims looking to be traded, so...
Oh, really?
I think that tells you everything you need to know about Elijah Moore.
Okay.
Yep. We go to 32. This is a guy that might explode this year because his quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Alan Lazard at 32. They don't really have anyone to throw the ball to there. It's Lazard and then a bunch of guys.
Then why did he have to have like a whole conference meeting with the wide receivers?
Well, because...
If Alan Lazard is the guy.
I mean, because none of them are Devontae. That's really why.
Well, yeah, but still, Alan Lazard has been there long enough to, I'm not saying fill that role, but be closer to it. So I'm not as excited as maybe you are. I'm also not, I hate Green Bay, and maybe that's why, but I also think that, like, honestly, like, I would be kind of cautious with Green Bay's wide receivers.
I think Lazard has a monster year. I think he goes for over 1,000 and 7 scores at minimum.
All right.
That's just...
You guys don't like Sammy Watkins or Randall Cobb or Amari Rodgers or
Romeo
Robert
Doubs?
Tonyan or Aaron Jones?
I like Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, but...
I'll go with them.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I don't know. Like, to me, that was really shocking to hear that some of the guys... The rookies I get. I understand why Aaron Rodgers be frustrated. But, like, the guys that have been there, like, what do you mean?
All I know is our chat is popping right now. It's great. It's going great. It's going good. We did get a comment earlier saying that Seattle wide receivers are like the yellow Skittles of the NFL. So that's pretty good. And no one eats yellow Skittles. All right, we go to number 31. You go to Juju Smith-Schuster. I know it's not sexy either, but the fact that he's got Pat Mahomes throwing to him and it's a high-powered offense, that's why, he kind of falls here.
Yeah, I mean, he's a brand name, right?
Would you rather have Juju or Alan Lazard?
Alan Lazard.
Yeah, see?
No.
See?
True.
Well, that's kind of where I'm at. So, all right. Not a lot to say there. Just, Juju's Juju. He's solid. He's all right. At 30, we got a guy who we might be a little low on, but I think the consensus, like, with all the fantasy experts, I think they're all a little low on him. I'm in Ross St. Brown. I'm a fan.
I'm a huge fan. I'm not down on him at all.
Yeah, I think he should have been in the top 25, but there's just so much talent there. We couldn't squeeze him in there.
That's what sucks is you're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I guess 30. Yeah, that makes sense. I really like this kid. Once again, I've already said it. Hard Knocks, man. Like, he was catching from the jug gun 210 balls. I'm sorry, what was that?
202.
Oh, 202. Sorry, my bad. I was off by 8. But still, I mean, and just his mental, he looks like a beast too, man. I think, honestly, Detroit is gonna, they're
gonna surprise some people.
They're gonna slap some people in the fucking mouth.
They're better than the Bears.
That's the way I look at it. Yeah, honestly, I've been kind of
jealous.
Low key, I was just like, oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Look how great he's. Oh man.
All right, we go to 29. We got Jerry Jeudy at 29. This is another receiver I'm excited about. So here's the thing.
Are we too far down on him?
No, I don't think so. Well, it's going to depend on Russ. All right. Okay. So here's the thing, and maybe I'll save it. I'll save it for when we go over his teammate. Okay. Right, I'll save it. All right, but Jerry Jeudy's a guy that I'm really excited about. He's going to kind of fill that Tyler Lockett role, a lot of deep balls, stuff like that. And I think he'll be good.
I feel like he's more of a wide receiver one, though, no?
You feel like that. I do not.
Oh.
I do not. All right, let's keep going. At 28, another guy that I'm fading everywhere, DK Metcalf. Yeah. And it sucks, man, because he's so talented.
It's going to be hard for me not to because he's going to be there. Yeah. I know he's going to be there. And I'll be like,
yeah, he would look good in a Bears uniform, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where his dad played, so.
I mean, I really.
Not a lot to say here, man. He's a beast. Honestly, super talented.
He's on a shit team.
Yeah, he's on a shit team. He could surprise us, though, and outperform our rank easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
That is very true.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
I think he's going to have a monster year. It's just going to be best player on the worst team kind of thing.
Yeah.
like 1,400 yards, probably over 100 receptions.
Kind of like Andre Johnson back in the day. Remember how Andre Johnson was always really good?
Yeah.
Or
Shit
Calvin
teams.
Johnson, another one. You know, you just,
Yep,
I mean,
like Calvin, yep.
I do like that take. Like, honestly.
I mean, they could just literally lock on him and just throw him the ball like Calvin, like they used
even
to.
if they double team his ass, I feel like he'll just be like, haha, that's cute.
Yeah.
And just still get
I need
the
a
ball.
season of seeing it. I need to see it for 1 year, like with a shit team. I need to see it one time. And then I'll give him the Calvin Johnson treatment. I'm like, okay, yeah, top 15 every time, you know?
But when they were playing the Bears, right, ESPN kept going on and on about how, like, Seattle is happy that Russ is gone because now they're more of a team. It's not just one person's voice. It's a whole team.
Hey, you know who's
collective.
feeding him that bullshit? Pete Carroll.
Yeah, of course.
That's why.
Yeah.
So, all right, anyway, let's go to our next rank.
It made me feel warm and fuzzy. I'm not going to lie.
Well, at 27, a guy that I think could break out and be a top. Honestly, I think he could be a top 10 wide receiver this year. Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, I agree. I know we had a little bit of a dispute when we were talking about his quarterback.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I think now that Hollywood Brown's kind of out of the picture.
He fits the scheme more than Hollywood Brown did.
Yeah, and like even last year, I had him on. I started him.
Yeah, I remember.
A couple of weeks.
I remember.
So
So we'll call him your guy.
because I had trash wide receivers though, but and he was like my diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really high on him as well too. So I think that's a perfect rank.
Okay, we did get a question I do want to answer. Somebody said, legit question, will you guys be doing gambling stuff for football? Would incorporate.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can, but I'm not really.
You want to do like a lock every week? Like we do one lock.
Like a lock, like
at
who's
the end of
gonna
the show,
win,
we just do a
or
lock. Like, hey, our show lock this week is.
Are we going team or are we going individual player?
Yeah, we could do a matchup. Like, let's say, like if the Bears play against, I don't know, the Rams, we could be like, we got the Rams, take them, and take, whatever.
And we do actually have an expert on our staff.
We do have an expert on our staff. There he is, ready to go.
I mean.
Like
there is a little insider, if you guys want some tips.
Yeah.
Inside info.
Okay. All right.
You know what? We could definitely, absolutely do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Moving forward.
Thank you, Jose.
We'll need you to come in with whatever you want. You want to come with 3 locks, or you want to come with picks to fade, whatever you want.
I can do that.
All right.
What I would do is like on BetQL, just like save them. Like don't say anything there, and then
absolutely say them on BetQL. Absolutely,
I'm totally kidding, man.
Yeah.
Like, just hoping
But yeah, to answer your question, Mr. Jose Rios, yes, we will actually incorporate it. If the people want it, we'll bring it to them.
Exactly.
So that's how it
we're
goes.
kind of like Burger.
No, we're not. Burger King fell the hell off. What happened to Burger
gross.
King? They used to be like good. What happened?
Like the Whopper. I was like, Whopper.
I haven't had a Whopper in like
you know what
15 years, dude.
It's their fries.
Is it? The fries did fall off.
The
Remember when they
fries
revolutionized the game and they made their fries good? What happened?
Even then, it wasn't good.
I mean, it wasn't, but
McDonald's fries are the best. If we're going like straight fast food fries.
Stop talking about food. You're making.
All right. Let's keep going. But
my
anyway,
stomach
BK
is
sucks.
rumbling. I'm tired. Like it's not a bad good match.
All right.
I need a break.
At 26, we got Darnell Mooney. We're homers. We probably should have ranked him behind Rashad Bateman, but we're homers. I see 1,000-yard season for Darnell Mooney easily.
He's the guy.
And honestly, I don't know who's going to catch all these balls, but it's going to be him and Cole Kmet, and that's it.
Yeah, honestly, I have no faith in any of the other wide receivers.
Although
on
I
that
will
team.
say, I did like what I saw out of Velus Jones.
He's going to be the returner.
Yeah, he's going to be a returner. He'll do a lot of end arounds, a lot of like screens, stuff like that.
Yeah, and I'm okay with it because he looked good.
He looked good, and I think he's got really good chemistry with Justin Fields. So Darnell Mooney, I don't have any shares of him because I think he's going really early in our home drafts. We're in Chicago basically, and people draft him really early here. They're homers, but I would like to. Yeah, exactly, Rudd. I'd like to. At 25 is a guy. Go ahead. Yep, sorry.
I put it in the chat. I don't know if you guys saw, but I wanted to put this question to you because we just talked about Tyler Lockett. What would you think about the Bears trading for Tyler Lockett?
What would it cost? At what price? For a third-round pick, I'm in.
Really?
For a third-round pick, I'm in.
It might even only cost you like a 5th-round pick.
Maybe. I'd be 100% interested. And
really? I don't know, man. How old is he?
I think Tyler Lockett would immediately be the best receiver on the team. So
I think so, too.
I mean,
I also made this proposal
doubt.
as well because I've been up and down on Roquan Smith, obviously.
Yeah.
I think you're at a point where now you can maybe say trade him potentially.
Yeah.
I know it'll set you back on defense, but if you could trade him to, let's say, like Buffalo for Gabriel Davis.
Or Dallas, because I heard Dallas was interested.
Yeah, or Dallas. I mean, if you can get a wide receiver, but I think Gabriel Davis could easily be the number 1 guy. I think Buffalo would do it because they like their wide receivers right now. They like that Khalil Shakir kid right now, so they may move off of Gabriel Davis if they don't want to pay him.
Because right now, Tyler Lockett is 29. So he's kind of knocking on the door of
30. I mean, he's a
But
receiver,
at the
though.
same time, there's-
Yeah. Receivers can kind of do it. Running backs can't.
No.
Once you get to 30, you kind of the wheels fall
It's
off
done.
fast.
Yep.
But a receiver, you can still do it. You could still be into your early 30s and be, really
I mean,
good.
if you could set that up like with another team, like, hey, we'll give you Tyler Lockett for blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
it's not bad. I'd
maybe
like
a
him.
5th round pick. I like that. I don't know if I would go 3rd. I don't know.
I mean,
like
if they want to, they can also trade Tevin Jenkins to Seattle. If they want to maybe give less of a pick, if they don't want to give up a 3rd, Tevin Jenkins and maybe like a 5th or 4th for Tyler Lockett, they maybe do it.
I'm curious to see what Tevin does at right guard, though. So
Yeah.
they need all the help they can
Oh,
to protect
Lord, Jesus.
Justin.
Oh, man.
All right, we keep going. So we go to 25, a guy that I'm
Okay.
super excited about this year. I do have a share of him so far, and I will try to get him everywhere I can. Michael Thomas at 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, so super interested. Dude, he was a top 5 receiver before he got hurt.
He was like, I would say he was
The number one. Yes.
Like I remember it was like him and Julio.
Yep.
Not Julio.
Yeah.
Julio
And he's still
Jones.
young, man. He's not that old
Yeah,
yet.
dude. Like
yeah.
I'm down. I'm gonna target my ass on him too.
Yep.
Like,
He's
'cause-
hurt right now. There was a hamstring that he got hurt.
which
and
I'm
he's
okay
not-
with. Like I hope
Yeah.
that makes his ADP drop.
Yeah, me too.
And somebody else.
I like that. I like that angle. I like that
Yeah.
angle. Hopefully his ADP does drop, and then we can get him late. But Michael Thomas, I'm super excited about. I think he can easily finish in the top 15.
Oh yeah.
Easily. Yeah.
Easily. If he stays healthy.
Yeah. All right, at 24, we got Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown.
I kind of feel like we should have flip flopped these.
Him
guys.
and Rashad.
No, him and Michael Thomas.
Okay.
Honestly.
I mean, that's not bad.
Hollywood Brown or Marquise Brown.
He's on a good offense, man.
He's on a good offense, but I don't know. And maybe it's because he was only throwing like deep balls in Baltimore. So I'm interested to see how they work him in. But we've kind of talked about before, like Kyler, like he's a Hopkins fan. And if Hopkins isn't there, he kind of falls apart. So, but if I would draft him, I would definitely draft him. Maybe the 3rd round, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, he's gone like 4th, 5th round, but yeah,
Okay.
we're right there. We're right there. All right, next guy is another guy we just talked about.
Love this dude.
Yeah. Gabriel
Love him.
Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Andrew, you want to
gives
take
us-
this one?
Yeah, go ahead, Andrew.
This is Gabriel Davis, ladies and gentlemen. He is an absolute stud of a wide receiver. I actually think he's going to have a 1,000-yard season this year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have dual 1,000-yard receivers.
Yep.
I think Buffalo's going to have a hell of a year.
Yep.
Honestly, this dude is out. When you score 4 touchdowns in a divisional playoff game against the Chiefs, the way that he did, I know it's Josh Allen, but still, he was making over-the-shoulder catches like no other.
Yeah.
I honestly would take this guy, might even reach on him a little bit because I think he's that good.
I'm 100% agree with you because I remember last year, who was the other wide receiver on Buffalo?
Stephon Diggs.
No, rookie.
Isaiah McKenzie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Isaiah McKenzie.
Remember when JC was like, oh, McKenzie's
Yeah.
so much better than
Yeah.
Gabriel Davis? Yeah.
That was wrong.
Yeah.
So, okay. Okay.
We got to save that for our segment.
I remember that one.
yeah,
I
'cause
do.
we were on the same page and we were like,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's great.
All right.
Sometimes I just like to flash back when
No.
you're wrong and
It's fine.
I was actually right
Gabe
for
Davis, stud.
once. Okay,
All
moving on.
At
Jalen
22, we got Jalen Waddle. We probably are a little low on him,
Yeah,
but
we are.
I just don't believe in Tua.
I don't think anyone does.
Like he's solid, like fantasy, right? Tua, you can kind of stream him here and there, but like, I just don't know if he could feed 2 guys, and that's.
I remember like I got Tua last year and then like he was like hurt and then I had to like give you like Chase Claypool to get like some bum ass.
Quarterback.
Yeah.
Who'd I give you? Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Who did I give you?
Or maybe it was somebody else. Somebody else gave me like some bum ass quarterback and I was like, fuck. Can't believe I gave up
Ben
Claypool for
Roethlisberger or
this.
something like that.
Yeah, it was just like,
Yeah.
But I agree. Tua, like,
In PPR, Jalen Waddle's gonna be a monster,
yeah.
and I think he's super talented too.
Oh, yeah.
I think in a lot of teams he'd be a number 1.
Miami's definitely going to have a different feel to him.
Yeah.
I think they did take a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
I just think they need a new quarterback.
I did watch a video on YouTube. I love YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. By Brett Coleman about how Miami is the new Kansas City. So really interesting
Wow.
video. Yeah, really interesting
hot
breakdown that
take.
Brett Coleman did.
Okay.
Former scout. It
Oh.
really turned me on to like what that offense could really become if everything hits.
I don't think that, I think like people once again are underestimating like, and I'm one of those people too, because I'm like, yeah, great, you got this guy, but your quarterback sucks.
Yeah.
But we're not really seeing what they're running, so it'll be
Yeah.
interesting. I do like where we have Jalen Waddle though.
Yeah. At 21, we have Deontay Johnson, a guy that I don't really want any shares of, but super talented as well.
Yeah, I mean, I had him last year. I got him in a trade from you. He did well.
Yeah.
I think he would have done a lot better if he didn't have Ben as his quarterback.
Yeah, and then this year he's got Mitch. If he had Kenny,
Yeah.
I'd like him a lot more. So.
Yeah, I mean, I would still draft him. I mean, I would.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, maybe even would you start him like wide receiver?
Yeah,
2?
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. But it's not a guy that I want shares of personally, just because of the situation he's in right now.
Yeah, that would probably be like, oh, cool. Like that's probably when like everyone goes on a run for the wide
Yeah.
receiver and he
I'd rather have
falls to
Waddle,
you.
personally.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
I would definitely want Waddle.
Yeah. At 20, a guy that just won't go away. He's like the fantasy football zombie at wide receiver, Brandon Cooks. I feel like he's perennially underrated because he plays for a shit team. But again, because I like Davis Mills, I think easily he's going for 1,000 and catching 100 balls this year. In a PPR league, that's huge.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I kind of he fell off for me because
Yeah.
he was in LA and he was on like a really great team and like he didn't do much.
Yeah.
And then there was the whole like him playing outdoors versus the dome. I think he's better in a dome if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's why I'm just kind of like, But hey, he's been outside on natural grass for a while, so maybe he's adjusted.
Yeah. So I'm heavy receiver this year. I like going receiver, depending on the league, obviously. But I like Brandon Cooks a ton, and I would be okay with having him as my number one, along with somebody that we have ranked between 20 and 30. So
Really?
I'm that
Okay.
high on Cooks.
Wow,
yeah,
you really are, because I would say he's like a safety. Like
yeah, he's like a safety, like a safe receiver for sure.
Yeah, he's gonna average. I think he's gonna average you probably between like, I don't know, 15 to 18 points. So if you have somebody like a wide receiver too, if you have that name brand, which is we'll get to with our top 10. I would pair him with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
I think you can get a guy like Brandon Cooks and Jalen Waddle and be happy at receiver. You know, you get 2 wide receiver 2s and be happy with that. All right, let's keep going. At 19, another guy I'm super excited about. I do have a share of him in a league. Allen Robinson.
Yeah, I think, honestly, I think he's a sneaky player. Like, I think he's going to have a really great year.
Yeah, people are sleeping on him because of how bad
really
of a year he had last year on the Bears.
And
it wasn't even his fault.
No, they just like faded him out, and he's a really good wide receiver.
Yeah.
He's physical.
It's the best quarterback he's ever had now.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Cooper Kupp's on the other side of him, right? So I think he's going to get a lot of looks for sure.
And just by virtue of having Cooper Kupp on the other side, and Cooper's going to demand double teams.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to free up Allen Robinson a ton, especially in the red zone. I think that's where he could surprise people. I really think he can go for double-digit touchdowns this year.
I think he's good with a yak, right? Yeah. Like he's not one of those that catches and just kind of falls down. Like he fights.
Oh, yeah, he does fight. Yeah.
I think, like I said, I'm really high on him. It doesn't really, well, I guess it kind of does. I would probably maybe top 15-ish, but I think for right now, this is a good spot for him.
All right, at 18, we got Chris Godwin, who it sounds like might be ready in week 1, 2, or 3, somewhere in that range. So Chris Godwin,
the only thing with Chris Godwin, though, like I'm always high on him, but he always lets me down a little bit. Like he's not horrible, right?
Yeah.
He's not like somebody where I'm like fade him, but I'm always expecting him to, really be the guy. And then Mike Evans kind of takes his targets, and then he gets injured because he's getting old. So we'll see. I mean, the only thing I would be cautious of is, like you said, he's coming back. What, ACL was it?
Yeah, I think tore his Achilles.
So we've talked about that, where it's that trust factor, getting back in it. But I mean, for God's sakes, Tom Brady is his quarterback, so I would be confident drafting him.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. All right, we go to number 17. We got Mike Williams. That's your boy.
No, that's yo boy for that
Mike
1
Williams.
week.
It was just for 1 week. Super talented, super solid. Just solid. If he can stay healthy.
If he can stay healthy, he was a monster.
He's great.
He was a monster when he was healthy. And then all of a sudden, and it pissed me off because I had Keenan Allen. So
at some point, he's going to overtake Keenan Allen.
Oh,
it might be this year.
He almost did it last year.
Yeah, it might be this year.
He really did. So I'm kind of excited about him.
Yeah. All right, we keep going. We go to number 16.
Boo.
A guy that I'm super excited about. I think could finish in the top 10 easily. Cortland Sutton. He finally has a quarterback. He's got a guy who's going to use him. So here's the thing.
He's dead to me.
Allen Robinson. Russell Wilson, and I know Russell Wilson really well, does not like to throw the ball over the middle.
No,
he likes throwing the ball on the outside. And Judy's going to work the middle. Cortland Sutton's going to play on the outside. And for that reason, I think Cortland Sutton is going to be the guy who's the main beneficiary of Russell Wilson's tendencies. I fully expect Cortland Sutton to be the guy at receiver there over Jerry Jeudy, and I expect him to be a top 12 wide receiver.
That is a hot take.
Yes.
So explain to me why he sucked last year.
Because he didn't have a good quarterback.
That was the whole reason. His quarterback.
What happened to Allen Robinson?
He sucked.
What happened to Allen Robinson?
He was phased out.
Well, but he didn't even have anyone really throwing him the ball.
He did. Mitch was throwing him the ball, and he was
solid.
okay.
He was
Yeah,
okay.
I don't think he's gonna magically get that.
He was
much
also
better,
a year removed from a
but-
torn ACL. You got to keep that in mind. Now it's been 2 years. Now usually it's when you come back 100%. Keep that in mind too.
He's dead to me. He hurt me.
Well,
Hurt me
it's
deep.
gonna hurt you when I draft him in your league and win the championship for the second straight season. All right, we keep going. We go to number 14. I'm sorry, number 15. DL,
Terry McLaurin.
your thoughts on Terry McLaurin?
Scary Terry, I like him. I'll go a little bit deeper. He's definitely somebody who is consistent. He's going to get you a lot. I feel like he does really well with points as well, too. Like he's in like the 20, 25 range. Once again, it just depends on his health, right? Like they really like throw at him a lot and he gets banged up and nicked and this and that. But I think he's somebody that I would draft. My only take back or step back is his quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Carson Wentz. Not really excited about him. We already saw what happened.
That's the problem. It's Carson.
Yeah.
But if Carson turns it on and finds
Magically
that
gets better this
Carson
year?
used to be good. He was like an MVP candidate one year.
Well, Philly paid him a lot.
Yeah,
Like they gave him
at the
a
time.
huge
But
one.
now he's plays for the Washington. What is it?
But you got
Generals or whatever?
Ron Rivera.
I like Ron.
I do like
Riverboat
Ron Rivera
Ron,
a
yeah.
lot. So
Yeah.
you may be right. You might have a resurgence.
All right. Next guy is somebody that I'm super excited about. I have some
think
shares of
everyone
him.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, at 14, T. Higgins.
Yeah, I really like T. Higgins a lot.
Yeah, easily 1,000-yard receiver.
Yep.
Really, what's going to matter here is if Jamar Chase is going to take all the red zone touchdowns or not, because that makes a big difference. But T. Higgins is a guy who I think could easily finish in the top 10. He's that talented.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's going to take a step this year.
Yeah.
I really do because even last year there was a lot of flashes.
For sure.
So I think maybe Lamar got so many targets because his boy
Jamar?
Yeah. Jamar.
Yeah, I think.
Lamar.
I was gonna say, who's Lamar?
Yeah.
Shut up. No,
Yeah. All right, we keep going. At 13, the aging like a fine wine, best route runner in football, Keenan Allen.
Hey man, I've had Keenan Allen on my team for the last 2 years. 1 year was really well. Last year, not so great. But I mean, I would be confident with getting him in like the 4th round.
Yeah, really good. I like Keenan Allen, big fan. I think, he's all reliable. You know what you're going to get with him.
I think Hall of Famer for sure.
100%. At 12, Mike Evans.
Meh.
I'm not that interested in Mike Evans, but
I'm not interested. in Mike
he's
Evans.
great.
I mean, he's talented. Some games he really does go off, but he's had a lot of clunkers too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of clunkers where he was healthy and Tom Brady was just like, nah, I'm going to go over here with this ball. Although Gronk is no longer on that team, so he's going to have, a 1 and a 2, right? But I'm fading him. I'm not really going to waste my time freaking out every week about him.
Yeah.
So
All right. Mike Evans is a stud. Not much to say here on my end. Going to go for maybe 1,200 yards. He's a beast. And he is Tom Brady's favorite red zone target, so he's really good.
Oh yeah, he caught like the 600 something ball. Anyways,
Yeah.
AJ Brown we have at number 11 for Philly. I'm excited about him. I really am. I'm
Me too.
curious how they're going to utilize him in Philly. I mean, he was definitely the guy in Tennessee, so I feel like he's gonna. What do you think? Wide receiver 1? Is that too much of a stretch?
To be like the number 1 receiver in football?
No. In Philly.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Okay, those are my thoughts. I know you're taking pictures.
Yeah. No. I was actually messaging back our chat. All right, let's keep
okay.
going. Yeah, at 10, we got DJ Moore. Somebody that I'm super high on this year. He's finally got a serviceable quarterback. I think he's going to be solid.
Yeah, I would totally agree.
Yeah, not a lot to say here.
Yeah.
A lot of people have him as a breakout this year. He's been
I can
solid
see that.
already, but they think he's going to be
really see
even
that,
better.
Honestly.
Yeah. At 9, we're pretty high on this guy.
Yeah.
Consensus has him just outside the top 10, but we have him at 9. Michael Pittman Jr.
Yep. I think this is going to be his year.
Yeah.
I think he finally has a quarterback, even when he had Carson Wentz, like he was still kind of targeted here and there. Like he made some really great catches, I like him a lot. And I think he's coming out as the number 1. So I'm okay with him at 9 for sure.
Yep. All right, we could go to 8. Deebo Samuel. He's a Swiss Army knife, does a little bit of everything. I think he's going to continue to do that. They will use him like crazy.
Do you really think he's going to put together 2 back-to-back awesome years?
I mean, hopefully his body can handle it, but
Or
yeah.
do you think
I do.
he's going to decline this year?
I mean, there's no way he replicates what he did last year, but if he comes close, that's still, a top 3 player in fantasy. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying don't draft him. I don't know if he's gonna be like this is his standard now.
Yeah.
Right? I think
It's all predicated on Trey Lance, right? I mean,
Yeah, 100%.
At the end of the day, he's got to throw the football. So.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, we go to 7. We got Tyreek Hill. Not a lot to say here. He's just a stud,
I
and
mean-
hopefully that he can catch the deep ball. If not, it's going to be all underneath stuff, and he has to create.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, like, there's no way to actually say anything bad about him.
Yeah.
Like, he's solid.
He's a
I mean,
freak.
If you have one of those, picks in the first round, I
Yep.
would definitely go after him.
At 6, Devontae Adams. Not a lot to say. He's a stud. He plays on a new team, and I fully expect him to put up close numbers to what he did last year, but I don't think he'll be there just because Derek Carr is not as good as Aaron Rodgers. But he'll be close. He'll get 1,000 and 8 to 10 touchdowns, and you get what you pay for. You'll get him in the second round.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering how it's gonna shake out,
Yeah.
right? Because I mean,
I don't want him at ADP. I don't want him in the second round. Maybe the third.
no.
But still.
But I mean, like, that's the whole question. Like, Aaron Rodgers, as much as I hate the guy, he's a good quarterback.
He is.
I definitely think he's better than Derek Carr. So I don't know, man. I have a question
see.
mark about him. I'm a little bit cautious, but I mean, if I can get him, I'm going to definitely get him.
Yeah, for sure. At 5, we got Stephon Diggs, which
I think
probably
we're a
gonna-
little high on him.
Yeah.
I really do.
I mean, high or low? We're too low on him? High? No, he's like number 3 in fantasy so far, like by a lot of, or
But
3
even
or 4.
then, I feel like he's more like a 6 or 7.
Okay. Well,
I mean, that's my own.
Sure,
and
sure.
Here's why. It's just that, like, in Minnesota, like, he was like that guy, but he never took that step. And I feel like even in Buffalo, and maybe they were just double teaming him last year. Like, I just didn't see those really big splash plays that I was hoping he would have, especially with this type of rank, right? He's in the top 5.
absolutely.
So, I mean, most of it you said 3?
Yeah, he's been 3 or 4
3
in
or
every
4?
rank. Yep.
Yeah. So, I feel like I don't know why people are so high on him. I mean, he is talented. I'm not saying fade him, but I'm just a little cautious with him.
Well, in
if
that
I
case-
could get somebody else, I would.
I will take Stephon Diggs, if you won't. All right. Let's keep going. We go to number 4, a guy that I'm super high on. We have him ranked ahead of Stephon Diggs, which most people don't. CeeDee Lamb. And I think he could definitely finish as wide receiver 1. Him and Stephon Diggs and the next guys we're naming could definitely finish as the number 1 receiver in football. Let's just call it what it is. No more Amari Cooper there.
Yeah.
That's 130 targets that
He's
are
the
gone.
guy.
Yeah. And he's got a good connection with Dak. I expect him to explode this year. Really do.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's going to have a hell of a year, and I would obviously take him over Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right, let's keep going. At number 3, Jamar Chase, my guy, the guy that I want shares of everywhere I possibly can
Yep.
get him. He's in my dynasty league. I drafted him.
He's
People
gonna
thought
be
I was
tough.
crazy. Yeah, Jamar Chase is a stud. Not a lot to say here. Just he's a freak.
He's going to be tough to get unless you have like the number 1
He's
pick.
a first round pick, hands down, far and
So
away.
if you have the number 1 pick,
No, I don't want him. I want Christian McCaffrey or Jonathan Taylor. But if I had like the 4th pick, that's where I'm kind
so
of.
you're going to go wide. Oh, I see.
So I would
Okay.
go either one of McCaffrey and Taylor, 1 or 2, whatever. So let's keep going. At 3 would be Derrick Henry. And here we go. Here's where it gets crazy.
So if you have the first pick, you'd go running back first versus
Yes,
wide
yeah,
receiver.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. After that, though, after like the first 4 running backs, then it's Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson,
If they're still there.
Cooper Kupp territory. Yeah.
I don't think
I
they'd
think
be
you
there.
got to take Cooper Kupp ahead of Jamar Chase, but that's about the only guy you got to take ahead of
Speaking
him.
of which, we did get a really good question about Cooper Kupp. Well, we'll wait until we get to
All right, cool. We'll go to the next guy. Justin Jefferson at number 2. He could be the number 1, honestly. It's a toss-up. I think he's a stud.
Oh, yeah. I had him last year,
Yeah.
and I had him in my deep league,
Yep.
14-person, and I got to the playoffs because of him and some other guys. So-
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that can win you a league, though. He's that talented.
Oh,
So,
yeah, for
yep.
sure, and he just keeps getting better.
Yep.
Okay, so
And then-
number 1, we
yep.
have Cooper Kupp,
Yeah.
like arguably the best wide receiver. However, we did get a question from Big Poppy.
What did he say?
right? He was asking, will Kupp actually going to have a downfall this year?
No, I don't think so. Barring injury, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
So, no, Big Poppy.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Those are our ranks, Dio.
Those are our rings. This
Yeah.
was tough. Thanks for hanging in there, guys. We had some people watch.
We still got 7 people
I know,
watching,
that's
which
what
is
I'm
pretty
saying.
awesome. Pretty honest.
what I'm saying.
If you guys have any questions before we sign off,
Yeah.
ask them away. Ask them
Yeah,
away.
because we actually avoided the mailbag because we had 60 wide receivers to go through.
Yeah.
So we kind of saved them. So
Yeah.
any questions, go ahead.
Ask them away.
but-
We do have our sleepers, breakouts, and busts, and we'll give you those in after these brief messages.
Oh,
How about
we're
that?
going to a commercial.
Yeah, we go to commercial.
right.
We'll bring you the sleeper, breakouts, and busts after these brief messages.
But I saw Dalton
Yep.
Schultz.
Yep.
He's 4% rostered. I'm horrible with name, guys, so please make fun of me on Twitter. It's okay. I'm used to it. My stud of this week is Cordell Patterson. I'm going to eat some crow here. I was wrong about Cordero Patterson.
Bruh.
Since we were talking about the New England backfield, Ramond Stevenson, the running back for New England Patriots. Rashad Penny.
Rashad Penny.
So our 9th player is Jameis Winston, a guy who is turnover prone. What do you got to say about Jameis Winston, DL?
I put him on here, but I'm not really excited about him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's going to stick with the Saints for one year, $7 million guaranteed deal, right? Like, I don't know. Like, he could be so good, but he just hasn't ever taken that step.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's better than a rookie. He knows what he's doing, but he just has he coughs up the ball a little too much.
Games.
And he costs you games. And that's something that I would, as a team, I would not. I mean, the quarterback position is probably the most important position. One of them, if not the one, right? And that's not somebody you want shaky. You don't want someone who's going to. That's the reason why you lost, because your quarterback is that bad, right?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a lot to say about Jameis, just that it just makes the most sense to stay in New Orleans. When he was playing initially in the beginning of the year, he was hot. I remember he was killing, and then he got hurt and just kind of fell off.
I think he dropped like 50 or 40 points or something like that. It was nuts.
The talent's there. It's just the mental stuff with Jameis, you know.
I think that guy's going to be the new Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
The guy that comes in, they draft a new quarterback, and he gets replaced by the rookie at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, good comp.
I think they're going to draft a quarterback. I think the Saints are going to try and find that guy.
I hope so.
But this year's draft, I don't know.
There isn't any quarterbacks.
There's not really.
If Fields was in the draft this year, he'd be the number one.
I heard that
so.
this morning there was like out of all the quarterbacks, I think they only had I want to say 5 or 15
invited to the
combine.
Yeah.
But the linemen, there's over 50 of them.
Yeah.
Invited.
Shout out to Jim Miller for that stat. Thank you.
Yeah,
Jim.
that's who it was. Thank you. Yeah, Jim Miller.
Welcome back, DL. It's been a hell of a show.
Yes.
The wide receiver show is quite an undertaking. A lot of work, lots of receivers, lots to go over, lots to go through. But we're not done yet, DL.
No, we're not.
We still have our sleepers, breakouts, and busts. DL, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go ahead. So for me, and real quick, shout out to the boys over here, to Andrew, for those awesome TikToks.
Yeah.
DL, where can they follow us on TikTok?
At Fake Football Guys.
Nice, at Fake Football Guys. Thanks, Andrew. Those are pretty cool. I like them. Let's keep them coming.
A few more kind of waiting in the works, boys. So
See, he's been waiting.
just give me a while. I've been sleep deprived, so they'll be coming out in a pretty hard motion right now. So
Okay. Oh, hard.
All right, cool. Hard motion. I like it. All right, DL, let's get to our sleepers, breakouts, and busts. For me, DL, my sleeper at wide receiver this year is Sky Moore. Who is your sleeper?
DJ Chark.
I like it. I like it. I really do. I think.
Thank you.
I think people will be surprised by both these receivers.
That's why I kind of dropped that nugget.
Yeah, I like it. My breakout this year is Rashad Bateman.
Mine would be Chris Olave.
Nice. Breakout. You gonna expect a big season from Chris
I
Olave?
do. I
Okay,
do. Because
I like it.
I think Michael Thomas, I don't know.
Might not stay healthy. Yeah.
And I think he's
You
got
might
the
look like a
talent.
genius after this one.
Huh?
You might look like a genius.
I know,
if you hit
honestly,
that. Yeah.
because even after that, they say he's NFL ready.
Yeah.
And that's coming out. So I'm excited about him.
All right. My bust this year is, it sucks to say, Tyler Lockett.
My bus is fuck you, Cortland Sutton.
Oh, wow. Dude, you're going to eat those words.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Nuh-uh.
You absolutely are.
Mm-mm.
You absolutely are.
We shall see.
Yeah.
That's what's fun about fantasy.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, well, we'll skip the mailbag this week because we didn't get any mail this week, guys. What the hell?
Yeah. You know how hard it is to do this shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
It is hard. So make sure you guys send us emails, send us questions on Twitter. Send us voicemails. You guys could reach us however you want.
Yeah.
We'll answer all the questions possible.
will.
Yeah. All right, deal. Well, that's it for today's show. Are you excited for next week?
I am. I'm very, very excited. I mean,
You know what we're doing next week, right?
Yeah, live draft.
We're doing a live mock draft, guys. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. So we'll have a portion of us drafting early, one of us drafting in the middle, and another one drafting at the end. And we'll give you strategy and break down, kind of what we're thinking as we draft. So we'll go over different strategies as we mock. It'll be a fun show. Ask us questions as we're picking.
Peek behind the curtain. Peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, just to get you guys more prepared for these upcoming drafts because draft season's underway, and it's honestly a really exciting time. So I love it.
Favorite part of the year?
Yeah, it is the best part of the year. DL, as always, DL,
yes.
for the people out there, if they do want to send us questions, especially next week when we do the mock draft, if they want to send us questions, what's our handle on Twitter?
Tweet FFG.
And then what hashtag should they use so we can get it trending? What's the hashtag?
Ask us FFG.
Awesome. And if they want to send us emails, we love the emails too. Where can they send us emails?
AskUsFFG@gmail.com.
And then if they do want to call me directly, maybe they get me on the phone, maybe I can answer questions live, maybe they can leave me voicemails. Where can they call?
Easy. Area code 708-655-4508.
Awesome. Well, that's it for today's episode, Phony Homies. Thanks to Andrew and David. Thanks to DL. My name is JC.
Welcome.
We'll catch you guys next week. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Man.